inauguration of IEEE Education Society Chapter, Bangalore section. Chief guest of today's function, Dr. Vishnukant Chatpalli sir, Vice Chancellor, Karnataka State Rural Development and Panchayat Raj University, Gadag. Sri.Puneet Kumar Mishra, Chairman IEEE Bangalore section. Dr. R. Venkata Reddy, Chair IEEE Education Society, Bangalore chapter. Dr. Bindu Thomas, Vice Chair IEEE Education Society, Bangalore chapter. Dr. Kumudhini Raveindran, Chair-elect IEEE Education Society, Bangalore chapter. All the members and invitees. I would like to start the program with the blessings of Lord Ganesha, Purandara Dasa Rachane. Gajavadana, Gajavadana, Beduve, Gauri Tanaya, Trijagavantitane, Sujanara Porevane, Trijagavantitane, Sujanara Porevane, Gajavadana, Gajavadana, Beduve, Gauri Tanaya, Gauri Tanaya. Pashankushadara Parama Pavitra Mushakavahana Munijana Prema Pashankushadara Parama Pavitra Mushakavahana Munijana Prema Gajavadana Beduve Gauri Tanaya, Gauri Tanaya, Sarasi Jana Bhashri Purandara Vithalana Nirutavu Nenevante Dayamado Sarasi Janabhashi Purandara Vithalana Nirutavu Nenevante Dayamado Gajavadana Beduve Gauri Tanaya Trijagavanditane Sujanara Porevane Trijagavanditane Sujanara Porevane Gajavadana Beduve Gauri Tanaya, Gauri Tanaya. The IEEE Education Society was founded in 1957 as professional group on education. It is a worldwide society of thousands of professionals dedicated to ensuring high-quality education in science and engineering. The society aims at organizing distinguished lectures and educational activities to enable motto of the society. We are very happy that today we are inaugurating IEEE Education Society Chapter, Bangalore section, which provides valuable opportunity to network at a local level to those who are interested in educational methods, educational technology, instructional materials, the history of science and technology, and educational and professional development program. With this brief introduction, I would like to invite Dr. R. Venkata Reddy, Chair IEEE Education Society, Bangalore chapter, to deliver welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you, Bhati Madam, for the inaugural invocation song. At the outset, I would like to welcome all of you for this inaugural function. Warm good evening to all the IEEE members. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the inaugural function of IEEE Education Society Bangalore chapter. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all IEEE Education Society members who helped us make this event come together to become a success. We couldn't have done it without you. On this August day, I consider it a great honor to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Vishnukant S. Chatpalli, Vice Chancellor, Karnataka State Rural Development and Panchayat Raj University, Gadag. Honorable Vice Chancellor has more than 3 decades of experience in the field of engineering education and has contributed a lot to society. On behalf of the IEEE Education Society Bangalore chapter, I heartily welcome you, sir, for the inauguration of this function. I extend a warm welcome to the dynamic leader and chairman of IEEE Bangalore section, Sri.Puneet Kumar Mishra, ISRO, for his vision and mission to make Bangalore section a global leader in performance. I heartily welcome you, sir, for presiding over this inaugural function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Bindu Thomas, Vice Chair IEEE Education Bangalore Chapter, to introduce the chief guest of this function. Please, madam.
Good evening. Thank you, Dr. Bhati. Good evening to all the eminent members of IEEE, to our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Vishnukant S. Chatpalli, sir, to the chair of Bangalore section, Mr. Puneet Kumar Mishra, sir, to the chairman of IEEE Education Society Bangalore chapter, our Shiva Reddy, sir. I deem it my privilege to introduce the chief guest of today's function, Dr. Vishnukant S. Chatpalli, sir, who has served at the various capacities in the field of education and engineering education. He has been, currently he is the Vice Chancellor of Karnataka State Rural Development and Panchayat Raj University, Gadag. He has served in the capacity of the Chairman of Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. Sir has also been the board member on the board of Central Institute of Plastics Engineering and Technology, CIPET, for a term of 3 years. He has been the advisor of National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Sir has also been the chairman of National Vocation Education Qualification Framework, and he has served as the executive director of the Karnataka Vocational Training and Skill Development Corporation Limited. Before he was serving as the PS University Dean. So sir has a vast experience in the various fields of education. He has also been in the field of Building Material and Technology Promotion Council and Chief of Technology and Marketing. Going back to his service to the University of Visvesvaraya Technology, sir has served as a special officer for 4 years during January 1999 to December 2001, while he was also the special officer during 1998 and for a period of 1 year. Going back to his education, he has 2 doctoral degrees. One, of course, the Doctor of Philosophy from the University of Mysore, and in the human resource development for certain selected industries. Well, he also has a doctorate of literature, which is for the strategic skill ecosystem for skilling adolescents from the Rani Chennamma University, Belgavi. Sir has acquired his master's from the Karnataka University, Dharwad in production management, and his bachelor's from Bumradi College of Engineering. Of course, this is exactly what we expected from the inaugural ceremony, to have such a wonderful, eminent expert who has served in different capacities in the education field, who has taken time out to inaugurate the IEEE chapter for Education Society. Thank you very much, sir, for taking out time. Over to you, sir. Thank you. Dr. Bharti, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bindu. We are really fortunate to listen to the great educationalists who had made significant contributions to education at various levels. It's my pleasure to invite Dr. Vishnukant S. Chatpalli, sir, to address the virtual gathering. Sir, please, sir.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಇವತ್ತು ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾಗವಹಿಸುವಂತವ್ರು ಎಲ್ರೂ ಪ್ರಾಯಶಃ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹೇಗೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವ್ರೆ ತಾನೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಲ್ಲವರು ತಾನೆ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ. ಆಸ್ ಯೂಶುವಲ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎರಡು ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಇರೋದು ವೆಂಕಟ ಶಿವ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಭಾರತೀಯವರು ವಿಘ್ನೇಶ್ವರನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನಿರ್ವಿಘ್ನವಾಗಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಭಿನಯನೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾಡು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಗೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂದೇಹ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನ ಇವತ್ತು ಪುನೀತ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಮಿಶ್ರಾ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ರದ್ದು ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ವೈಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ Venkat told that it is dynamic. People in ISRO cannot be static; they need to be dynamic. So dynamic, always a dynamic force is required for our organization, which is almost 63-year-old organization, which I understand, which has got an international canvas. And Professor Jangam Shetty, who was also introduced as he is the chairman of the North Karnataka chapter, and of course other participants who are participating in this inaugural seminar. I am happy to inaugurate the Bangalore section. When I went through the your invite letter, I was little fascinated and little what we can say surprised also as to what this society is for and what it is doing and what is its objective. Because I saw the quote when I saw the first thing when I got an invitation letter, there was quote from Chanakya. So I thought how this Chanakya is related to this IEEE Education Society. Then when I got the second letter, invite letter, I saw the shloka of Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. I thought that there is something fascinating in this organization. When people are little today very touchy on using Sanskrit and adopting this Sanskrit for the application of transformation, but this organization is having some lofty goals and vision through which they would like to take this organization ahead. I'm to be very candid on this. I'm not much aware of the objectives and the activities. Really, what was introduced, this organization has got a global print, and they are in the amalgamation of both science and engineering. So I would like to thank Venkat Shiva Reddy for giving me an opportunity. Uh, it's an organization with long standing, its credibility and its achievement in the field of. To start with, again, just what I always also would like to have a link with what Chanakya said. Chanakya was one of the important transformation, great personality in the ancient history. But he is relevant today also. He transformed himself from Vishnugupta to Chanakya to Kautilya Arthashastra. And his main contribution during that time was also political science in the ancient India. But his relevance is much today in terms of the transformation of the entire system. He tried to just ignite, inspire the entire Maurya kingdom. And today it is very much essential that patriotism or nationalism is to be imbibed in the entire society, more so in the education. And whosoever has contributed all these years in the field of history, education, philosophy, everyone has stressed on education is important phenomenon for transformation of the society. And hence the famous quote which we all remember or which may get reminded of us is, which has been told earlier, that Swadeshe Pujyate Raja Vidwan Sarvatra Pujyate. So Chandragupta Maurya, if we take again similarity, Chandragupta Maurya is not remembered by everybody today. But who is remembered today? Chanakya is remembered. So, Swadeshi Pujyate Raja. Raja is just celebrated or honored or respected in his kingdom. But the person who transformed the kingdom, transformed the entire society, and that Chanakya is remembered today, Vidwan Sarvatra Pujyate. Same thing with Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj, though he is remembered, but the person who inspired Shivaji is Samarth Ramdas. And same thing within Krishna Devaraya, Vidyaranya, Hakkabukka. And though we, again in this modern independent India, Mahatma Gandhi is remembered more than Jawaharlal Nehru. I don't see any place in this country where Mahatma Gandhi Road or Mahatma Gandhi or anything in the name of Mahatma Gandhi. So Mahatma Gandhi is well respected, though he was not an elected representative, though he was not a parliamentarian, though he was not a political scientist. But he transformed the entire country by his life, and his autobiography says that my life is my truth, my experiments with the truth. So the people who have transformed themselves as a role model, they have transformed this education. Education is an important component for bringing a change. And hence Swami Vivekananda also said the same thing, that every individual has got some kind of hidden talent, and hence manifestation of perfection which is already in man, which is already in person, that is to be ignited, inspired. for that every individual has got some kind of skill, knowledge, capability, competency, talent. And this talent, how it can be used for his individual development and also for the societal development. And when we try to bring this concept, today it is more relevant, as told by Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay always gave a concept that there has to be balance between man, nature, and society. Vyakti, Srishti, and Samashti. When there is no balance between man, nature, and society, then all these problems are there. What we talk today of pandemic, or what we talk today on climate change, what we talk today of the globalization, privatization, commercialization, all these things are because of man feels that the entire nature, entire society is for himself. Man, that's why in our sloka we say that each insect, each animal, each person is very important in the society. So there has to be a balance between man, nature, and society. Whoever have professed, the great philosophers have always said that man is not the supermost animal on this planet, but he is the only animal who has to take care of the entire society. And that's what Narayan Guru, the great translator of Kerala, and also the entire country, he said that education is a means. So if you want to bring progress in the world, that can happen only through education. And when we talk on this aspect, we have to little decipher this concept of progress means what. And Swami Vivekananda again quoted in a very effective way saying that education is not mere accumulation of information, but a comprehensive training for the life. Is education giving training for the life, or it is only restricted to his individual career or his individual selfish motto? And hence, education is an important tool to bring change in the society. And all of us, those who are here, who have joined this chapter with the commitment and dedication that we have got educated, we are literate, we are blessed with the higher education, and we have got a role to play in the society, not for ourselves only, but also for society. And those who have joined here across different sections, it is not that only I am seeing people with the background of not only teaching, but also working in different fields. So how to use science and technology for the transformation of the society? And this is at the right time when we see that in May 2020, the new education policy has been announced. And the entire country is looking for the implementation of the new education policy. So this new education policy again, we have got the earlier new education policy by Kothari Commission. Then the last new education policy was in 1986. And this new education policy, which was submitted in May and got approved, and across the country the discussion is happening. And maybe for the first time, this new education policy has been debated from the grassroots level to the parliament level, where people have expressed their opinion in a democratic way as to how the new education policy is. Now, if I have to tell on the highlights of 2-3 things on the new education policy, for the first time, all of us in the entire country feel that the new education policy is people's policy. The new education policy is indigenous. New education policy is trying to match with the ethos, values, and the ethics of this country. So this education policy has given a new dimension, new direction to the country where we are talking of what we have been telling, and the Prime Minister, everybody is talking today that education should lead for Atmanirbhar Bharata. Education should lead for individuals' self-reliance. And today, this discussion is getting more vibrant in the context of more global competition, maybe in China, Europe, or America, that the present young generation, they would like to just come out with their potential and talent and see this how this country, which was an ancient country which has got a long history and its contribution in the science and technology. So we are not aware of the science and contribution done by our ancient scientists, philosophers, historians, and other things. And in this context, the new education policy also wants to preserve, protect, promote the indigenous knowledge what is available in case of Bharat. It may be in Ayurveda, it may be in aeroscience, it may be in metallurgy, it may be in medical science, it may be in engineering. So all these things we are expected to. The new education policy is going to give a big impetus on these things. Along with it, the new education policy has also brought in a change in terms of its structural changes, content, both the content and the container, both are changed through this new education policy. It is at the threshold of implementation, and at this stage, when IEEE chapters with the dedicated members, they would like to contribute something for the society, and hence even on holiday on Sunday at 7 o'clock, people, those who are meaningful, they have joined this. And anyhow, Corona is there, people are not expected to go out. That is not the compulsion, but still they have made it convenient. That shows their commitment, dedication, and they would like to see that whatever good they have achieved in their life, how it can be contributed to the society. So it is not that I have accumulated, so it is for myself. What has been, we are all blessed people. Not going for statistics and other things on this stage, at this stage, that how many people are literate, what is our GR, how many people are highly educated, how many are in the field of PhD holders, how many are scientists, and all these things. But the point is, we all know that we have been telling that India is a rich country inhabited by poor people, but that concept is changing now. India is a rich country and is going to be rich, and it's going to be superpower. So now for this superpower, if India has to lead this entire world as a leader, we have to move ahead in higher education. So this higher education, wherein the technology is going to play an important role. Again, when we mean technology, over the period of time, we have seen that technology has integrated in the entire country. And in this phenomena of Corona, we are seeing that we are pushed. If literally the education institutions are running, they are running with the online education now. So we are today we are inaugurating. Had it been a normal situation, we had lot of difficulty in coming for this function and getting inaugurated. People, those who are at the panel and sitting in their home, they would be very happy that they are not expected to travel for 1.5 hours for this inaugural function. So this online education or the use of technology, what we were expected to do for the inaugural function, we would have worked for 15 days, which Venkata Siva Reddy did it in 1 or 2 days just by a phone call. So the pandemic situation has taught us that society or nature is more stronger than individuals' capability or competency. And this kind of activity where technology can be effectively used for the betterment of the society, I think these are the objectives wherein the society, IEEE Bangalore section would like to work. So I have one couple of suggestions that one important thing is always discussed, which wherein I was also closely associated, is with the quality of education. Now, when we have expansion of education at one end, the quality of education, we are all seeing those who are in the education field, they are aware that how this education system, wherein we expect that the government system is to be made vibrant. Now, in this particular pandemic situation, again, one thing has become very clear that the government doctors, government hospitals have shown that if given the opportunity, they can perform better. ISRO has shown to the world that this is an organization, though it is owned by a government, it can do better if the leadership of that organization is good. And this new education policy is also brought by a person like Dr. Kasturi Rangan, who is having a background of entire science and education both. So the amalgamation or the combinations of science and technology for the betterment of the society to enhance the quality will bring a new change. And hence in India, as compared to Europe, there was always a debate whether science and religion is different. Science and spiritualism is different. But India is the only country where we said that spiritualism is part of the society and spiritualism is part in every individual, and this is to be properly inspired. So as a society, can we take a few schools, few government organizations where we can bring a change? So what is required in the society today is we need role models. We need where the activities are demonstrated. So I request the organizers or the members in this organization, you take some demonstrable projects which can be replicated or scalable, or else our activities should not be as an island, or they should not be on its isolation. So how this activity can be demonstrated, instilled confidence in the society, and replicated and scaled up in the entire country. So with your dedication, commitment, and continuous effort, I wish that this organization tries to bring out some incremental change. I don't say that you would like to bring a total change. संपूर्ण क्रांति नहीं हो सकता इस देश में. Total revolution, that's a far-seen objective. But certainly we can bring a change in the society marginally and incrementally. So wherever we are, in whatever sector or position we are, with our idealism or commitment to this country, we can bring a change. And what is permanent, all of us know that change is a permanent thing. So we should become a change agent, and through this change agent transform the society, which leads for sustainable development. Ultimately, if we are bringing a change which is symptomatic, or if we are bringing a change of only for a knee-jerk action or a reactionary measure, that change is not going to be permanent change. So the society, I told that we need to do two things. One is we need to bring a marginal incremental change, and that change which can be replicated, and that change which is sustainable for a long time. So I wish all the members take active role in developing this organization and use this organization as an instrument for bringing a change in the society. I wish all the best. Dhanyavad, namaskara.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful speech. Added to Chanakya's, why we have taken Chanakya's words in our invitation. Early education system in early education Indian system, that is Hindu system, in that he was the first person who was introduced a new education policies during that time. The same thing, if you correlate here, transformation is in education is very essential in this situation. As an academicians, we had never dreamt that we will be conducting the academic activities through virtual platforms. This is only an example. So we thought that to give a quality education, transformation is really essential. Sir, really your suggestions are very good. As a chapter, we would certainly take up all the suggestions you are mentioned in your speech, sir. Thank you very much. Now the platform is open for question and answer session. Sir, Shiva Reddy, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you for the wonderful speech, sir. It was really inspiring, and definitely we'll try to adopt few schools that you have pointed out. And we will not work in isolation. Yes, we will integrate and work. We'll approach various schools, various universities, and looking into our skill set, we will try to impart whatever knowledge we have. We'll try to decimate. With that, I think, sir, the first question I would like to ask you is, in what way the IEEE Education Society we can be of use to rural development? If you give us some hints, we will work in that direction, rural development.
So now these are the days of reverse migration. People from Bangalore, they want to go back to their villages. So rural development, and all of us know that the large number of any concept which you take, they are spread in the rural areas. And rural areas has got an advantage and disadvantage. There is a talent available there. The talent has to be harnessed. Now, rural schools and rural areas lack certain facilities. So now, if you take a school there in a rural area, I'm just taking a small thing with again emphasis on a rural school. Rural school will have very marginal infrastructure. Maybe classrooms are not physical infrastructure. I'm talking. That can be one area where the society can look for mobilizing. Not that the society will donate funds. Society will mobilize, try to bring people participation in infrastructure development. That is one thing. And all of us know that though online, or many of you are maybe doing online classes also, now there is a problem in rural connectivity. IT infrastructure is less. And you know, in many areas in the rural school, they might have not seen the computer also. They don't know what is internet also. So can we help them in getting in IT infrastructure? That is second thing. Third is in terms of, there are rural schools, all of us, many of them have come from rural background maybe. There are schools, there is little infrastructure, but there are no equipments. So how can you teach students when they come to high school without science and equipment? So there is one Agastya Foundation which is popularizing science in rural areas. So there is a need in these schools where equipments are to be provided. Then there is a need for qualified teachers. Those who are here, they can go to one school, whichever you are adopting, there they can go and teach. So in this way, take one school wherein you will help them to develop physical infrastructure, IT infrastructure, equipment, and transformation of knowledge. So there are several models, several people who are working. This is one area of rural development in rural schools. Apart from that, you can take a hospital there. You like to, you can, if somebody in your group is good in where Jangam Shetty is there, now how can you use this, your technology, solar and other renewable energy in using for agriculture purpose? So, with your capability and competency that you are having, with the available resources or available facilities that you can mobilize, try to take one or two sustainable activity long term, not celebration activities, not ornamental activities, not publicity activities. This activity every day you can do and function there. That is not going to bring a change. So you need to identify. There are several areas in the rural field which can help you, which will also help them to bring a change. Rural development is a large area. In that rural development, you can pick up your sector of your interest and your capability.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. We will definitely try to adopt one school for sustainable development, sir. Thank you. Yes, Bharat, madam.
Sir, any other questions? Sir, can Suresh, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We often keep discussing is mainly for the rural towards rural. In my view, we need to still provide more inputs of IEEE and its objectives to staff. And then along with him, I'm sure with our chairman and chairman of IEEE Education Society, other societies, we need to visit him once and update the information. Really find the key aspects sitting one to one. I'm sure we get a lot of ideas and ideas that given us we have been implementing in our college through the students, and even through our IEEE also we are doing. We need to really go into that. Only thing from sir side we require I don't ask for assurance or anything, but definitely it is always there. But in the universities we need to take this IEEE professional membership activities into the universities. It hasn't started in a big way in the university colleges, though there will be science and technology related. But in this regard, sir has to just give us, sir, we need to go into the universities. That's what is my concern. Otherwise, we are working with a lot of other activities with sir. It's not a. Sir, in this regard, we would like to reach.
ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಜನ ಬಂದು ಸೇರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ.
Definitely.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ not in a right sense, what in a right perspective I want to present. ಭಾಷಣ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ, ನಿದರ್ಶನದಲ್ಲಿ, ಪ್ರದರ್ಶನದಿಂದ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಿದರ್ಶನ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. Just by exhibiting, we can't motivate people. We can motivate people by our actions. And those actions which are seen, visible. ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಸಣ್ಣದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಶಿಪ್ ತಂತಾನೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡೆಮಾನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದರ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಜನ ಸೇರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಈಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ವಿಸ್ತೀರ್ಣ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, This activity should not be a club activity or a hobby activity or a pastime activity. ಹಿಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಜನ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ವೆರಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್, what we can say responsibility and respect in society. ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜನ ನಿಮ್ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ.
True, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I want to ask a question, sir. Suggestion.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೇನು ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ.
ಸರ್, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲೇನೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಭಾವನೆ ಬರೆಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಈ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಮೂಲಕ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೆಸ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಅಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಬೆಳೆಸೋದು ಉತ್ತಮ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೂಲಕ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸರ್?
ನೀವು ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಿರಿ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
You might have attempted or you might have been talking or continue your Kannada. You will still have a very good accent.
Thank you.
ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಜನರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್ ಆಂಬಿಷನ್. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಈ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಆರ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ದಿ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ನ್ಯೂ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಮೆಟ್. there is a huge aspiration. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫುಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಪ್ರಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅದರದ್ದು ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅದರ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡಸ್ ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆ ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಗಾಂಧಿ ತಂದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಗಾಂಧಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೂ ಅವ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಾಣಕ್ಯ ಅಂತೂ ಬಹಳ ದೂರ ಉಳಿತು ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಗ ಇದು ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ. ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಮೊದಲು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಅಜ್ಜ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಈಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನೌ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಟುಡೇ. Going to take care of the child, your maid servant or your babysitting center will take care of the child. So early child development, again the new education, I didn't highlight all those things. The new education policy has taken care that early childhood idella at the age of 3, that is the foundation age. From the age of 3 to the age of 8, for 5 years, it's a foundation age. Our foundation age nalli, how do we bring in the kind of values in them that will have a long standing effect? I think you remember the nursery rhyme more better than your other what we can say you studied in your engineering or post graduation, whatever is that. That is again primary memory nalli yaud hogide adu ಹೆಚ್ಚು ವರ್ಷ ಇರುತ್ತಾನೆ. We all know this. So but at that age we neglect. So the foundation, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ the early childhood education is very important ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗ. ಎರಡನೇದು from 8th there is the formative stage. See, everything is scientifically developed in our country, but we have not been utilizing it. ಯಾಕೆ 60 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂತ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? There is a scientific biological age. At the age of 55, 58, people who know. So there is a biological scientific development in the individual. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ತಾಯಿಂದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಇವರು ಇದನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. And we also know that body, mind, intellect and spirit, all four has to grow. ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಅವ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆಟ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಲ್ಲ. ಆಟ ಆಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಆಟ ಆಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂತ ವಿಷಯ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿರೋದಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ what in simple words what we have to tell is we have to go to the roots. We have to go to our scientific understanding of our history, science, society, family system and bring these values. One maulya, if we are bringing values in a child at the early age, those values will remain forever. I think the next generation in terms of cleanliness, those who have just born in this corona period or pre-corona, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ cleanliness ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೇಳೋದು ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. They have learned now how to be cleanliness. ಅಲ್ವಾ? So, I think I will not elaborate much on this. But the only point what I would like to hint is early child, early development, therein we have to embedded technology. ನೀವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದಿರಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ವೆಂಕಟ ಶಿವ ರೆಡ್ಡಿ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಲ ತಾನೆ, ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. This when it is to be embedded, it is to be embedded in the early stage of the child. So ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. And that is where we have missed it.
Sure, sir.
Okay, there is talking time has gone up.
Next part of the program. Yeah. There are some questions.
Nimsha.
Okay.
There is a audience in the one question, sir.
Yogesh, I think one question from Yogesh.
Yeah.
That is the last question and
last question. COVID pandemic has paved the way for online learning. People in cities who can pay for education, sanitation, are switching to online classes. However, we cannot promote online teaching and classes to remote areas where children do not have access to good teachers. So a simple setup could be a TV and internet to provide education. What is your opinion about this, sir? And another question, if you don't mind. ಹಳೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗುರುದೇವೋ ಭವ ಅಂತ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಈಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅದು ಆಚೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗಿದೆ. Somehow we need to bring that back ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. So what is your opinion on that, sir?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ these are things which are to be debated, and if there is some time opportunity, Venkata Shiva Reddy gets, we will have a discussion on all these things which is there. ಇದು ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ revival and rejuvenation in this entire system has to happen continuously. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪಾತ್ರೆ ತಿಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಾಗೆ ಸಮಾಜ ಕೂಡ ದಿವಸ ತಿಕ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತಿದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ನಮ್ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಈ ಕಾಲ ಹೊರಟೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ ತಾಯಿ ತಂದೆಯವರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ಕೇಳಿರ್ಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ದವ್ರಿಗೆ, ನೋಡಿ ನಮ್ ಕಾಲ ಬಹಳ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, ನಿಮ್ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಳಾಗೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಹಂಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ರಾವಣ ಇದ್ರು, ಅರ್ಜುನ ಧರ್ಮರಾಜನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲೂ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ ಇದ್ದ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತರದ ಜನ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸಾತ್ವಿಕ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ನನಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ನನಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವರೇ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸಮಾಜ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಮಾಜ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನೀವು ಇದಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವ್ರಿಲ್ವಾ? ಇಂಥವ್ರು ಬಹಳ ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ತಾನೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ನಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗುರುಗಳಿಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗುರುಗಳನ್ನ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತವ್ರು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಗುರುಗಳು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಕಟ್ ಕಲ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಟೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಹೆದರಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇವ್ರು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ಕಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ರು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೀತಾರೆ. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್, ಈಗ್ಲೂ ಯಾರ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಪಾಠದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮೌಲ್ಯವನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೌರವ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇದೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸತ್ಯ. ಅದು ರಿವೈವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಮೊದಲನೇದು. ಇನ್ನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ವಿಷಯ ನೀವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. We will move to the next part of the program. The Bangalore chapter would not have formed without the support of Chairman IEEE Bangalore section, Sri.Puneet Kumar Mishra, sir. I request Puneet sir for his presidential remarks. Please, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bharathi. Thank you very much. And I am really honored and happy to be part of this wonderful program, because this is happening on a very, very auspicious day, as well as in a very, very auspicious year, I can tell. Why these two things are important? Because today is Kannada Rajyotsava. So we are inaugurating this very own Education Society chapter, Bangalore chapter, which is going to have a geographical boundary of entire Karnataka. So on that day, we are also inaugurating a new chapter, and that too very, very important Education Society chapter. And why I am telling it is auspicious year as well, because this is the year when we are going to have our new education policy also is approved by the cabinet. So looking into these two coincidences, this is all the more important, as well as I can say historic event for us, that we are going to open this IEEE Education Society Bangalore chapter under the aegis of Bangalore section. And credit goes to mostly Dr. Siva Reddy, who has taken all the pains in opening this society and making more members so that we can open this society separately rather than a joint chapter. And I'm also very, very fascinated to hear our chief guest, Dr. Vishnukant S Chatpalli Sahab, that he has nicely spoke that we should not give bhashan, but we should be doing the things and then coming to him for the support from his side. So, sir, just we would like to inform this what we have done towards betterment of humanity, because the tagline of IEEE is technology for humanity. So we work towards those technologies which for the betterment as well as humanity. And this was the motto when I took over in the January as a section chair. We have initiated not one but three major initiatives towards that. I will just take 5 minutes time to explain you. First and foremost, you told that the age of 3 to 5 is very, very important for child. Same way, we also thought that if we have to move, because our society, this professional body is mostly making members from the engineering fraternity. So we also thought that if we have to mold our members so that they should develop the technology which is going to be used for the betterment of society and humanity, we should start from the students. And by March, we have initiated. This is the things I am telling, that we have done it rather than we have only we are telling. We have done it and we have got the results also. That's why I'm explaining you. So in the March itself, we have initiated one unique program called Student Humanitarian Technology Project, where we told students, you have to align or mold your MTech or BTech project such that the outcome of that project is going to be helpful for the society. And we got total 85 such proposals from the students from the entire Karnataka. Out of those 85, we were very, very liberal towards that, because this being the first year, we wanted the students to be aligned towards those activities. We have approved 72 such projects, not one or two. We have approved 72 projects, and we told students that you have to come out with the solution within 6 months. And they have done it. And we, from the section point of view, we have funded the entire project, but definitely we are having very, very limited financial resources. So we told that, yes, we are going to give you up to 5,000 rupees towards the expenditure of your chips, devices, what you are going to use for developing that project. And I'm happy to tell that they have demonstrated. After the demonstration, we have evaluated the projects and we have selected top 3 projects. We have given over and above 5,000 rupees to those 3 top projects also. Second thing, what we have done, we have initiated a new platform which is called Bangalore Humanitarian Technology Conference. An international conference we are going to organize every year from this year onwards, which is going to provide a platform for all the people who are working in the areas of humanitarian technology. This conference, deliberately, very, very consciously, we decided that we will be going to do not in Bangalore, but in a tier 3 city, that too in a very, very place where real need is there. So we have chosen to go to the Bijapur district. I think our Dr. Jangam Shetty's place. He has done engineering from that particular college that is called Vachan Pitama Dr. PG Helakatti College of Engineering. So we chose that college to go there and organize the conference there, that international conference. We thought that we will bring all the international experts to this particular place, even though that is not well connected. What happens, because of pandemic, we could not do it. So we made this conference as a virtual conference. Second thing, in this particular conference, again, because why I am explaining you, because your university name is Karnataka State Rural Development and Panchayati Raj University. This is very, very close to the things what we are trying to do. We are trying to develop a model sustainable smart village. And in this conference, you may be happy to know that the Panchayati Raj Secretary from Government of India, as well as 5 sarpanches we have invited from the entire India, those real sarpanches who are really facing the problem. What are those problems? And then we took those problems and we went to the technologist who can solve those problems. Then third is, again, who is going to fund it. So we brought even funding agencies like Tata Trust, Reliance Foundation, as well as Mahindra and Mahindra Foundation. So they also are partners. And we had 6 hours of this discussion, and we are going to come up with a white paper how one can develop a sustainable smart village. So I think thanks to Dr. Siva Reddy, because we could now connect with you also. So hopefully your university also can play a very, very meaningful role in the mission. Why I will tell this is a mission, because this is not a 1 year or 2 year kind of a thing. If we have to really change the face of our villages, we are starting with Karnataka, and aim is to have very soon 1,000 such smart, sustainable smart villages. So I will be more than happy to collaborate with you. And in fact, not only collaborate, I need your guidance as well as wholehearted support for making this success. So these are the things what we have done it. So I will not be speaking what is in our mind, because you told that whatever is demonstrated, we should talk that. So I will be restricting myself towards those things only. Thank you very much, Dr. Siva Reddy. And
Thank you, sir.
congratulations to all of you once again. And 2 more things I wanted to tell. It is really heartening to see that 2 of our subsection chairs are already part of this society. Dr. Jangam Shetty, who is the chair of North Karnataka subsection, as well as Dr. Bindu Thomas. She will be the chair of Mysore subsection. So already Education Society has outgrown, in fact, beyond Bangalore, and you have really brought in the people from entire Karnataka. That means North Karnataka is also represented, Mysore is also represented, and your chair-elect, Dr. Kumudhini Raveindran, she is also a very, very active volunteer. So I'm seeing a really very bright future for this particular chapter, and you can be a role model for other chapters also. With this, what I can say wishes, I will stop at this point. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bharati madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your nice appreciation for this chapter. Now I would like to request Dr. Kumudhini Raveindran, Chair-elect, IEEE Education Society, Bangalore chapter, to propose vote of thanks. Madam.
Thank you, Bharati. So it's really an honor to present the vote of thanks. First of all, I'd like to thank our chief guest, Dr. Vishnukant S. Chatpalli, the Vice Chancellor of the Karnataka State Rural Development and Panchayat Raj. Sir, your talk was extremely inspiring, and it has given us a lot of opportunities and possible events, because just a few days back, I mean, we were having our execom meeting and we were discussing what kind of events we should have. And your talk has really opened out a box full of opportunities for us. And I think we will really be taking that forward. And we would request you to kindly stay on as our advisor. And Kumar Mishra, sir, your words are always inspiring, and you are one of the most active volunteer and proactive member of IEEE. And I think we really learn a lot from you every time. So thanks a lot for presiding the session and providing us with your insights and taking this section forward. I'd also like to thank the office bearers, Professor R.V. Shiva Reddy from Reva University, Professor Bindu Thomas from the Vidya Vikas Institute of Engineering and Technology, and also the chair of the Mysore subsection. I'd like to thank Professor Bharati Hiramat of Reva University, Professor Narendra Babu from the MS Ramaiah University of Applied Sciences, also Professor Suresh Jangam Shetty, who is the chair of the North Karnataka subsection, all the members of IEEE Education Society, IEEE members who attended the session, all the panelists, and all the attendees and participants. We had a very good discussion, and we are raring to go forward and take this chapter to great heights. So we wish that you support us in the same way. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for spending evening on Sunday supporting us in inaugurating the session. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ವೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
Thank you madam. Thank you sir. Thank you Vishnukant sir. Thank you Jangam Shetty sir. Thank you Puneet Kumar sir. Thank you all for this wonderful inauguration.
Let us end this program, sir, with a famous Rigveda quote, Ano Bhadra Kratvoyat Entu Vishwataha. Let noble thoughts come to us from all the directions. This is Dr. Bharati signing off for today's function. Thank you very much.
Just a minute. All of them, panelists will just take a picture of all the people. And if you can switch on your cameras for a minute.
You have to remove this poster, then it will come in the full display.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Our good wishes are ever with you, sir. Vishnukant, sir.
All of you, Shrikant, Prashant, you can turn on your videos.
I think only 4 attendees are there. You can make them also panelists and let them also have photos.
I just informed Chancellor about that. Chancellor, please.
Sir. Raganna, Chengappa, sir.
Chengappa, please switch on your camera.
1 second. Ma'am.
I request all of you to kindly switch on your cameras. I think a few of you still haven't switched on your cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah. Evening, Vishnukant, sir. Thank you. It was great. Once again.
Yeah.
ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
Yeah.
Can just
Yeah.
leave, isn't
So,
it?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
very much. It was very nice program, Bharathi Madam.
Yes, sir. I mean, your presence made Suresh sir gave us strength.
I am an education member since long. So
Yeah.
education and foreign society almost a
Yeah.
decade.
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ 2014 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yeah. I remember.
Sorry, I
all
will
the
have to
magazines.
sign off.
Yeah, IEEE transaction magazines are there as my collection.
Yeah.
Usually I circulate them to students and faculty
I think
also,
we
but
should do that.
I'm not getting that response because we all do a lot of work in our labs, lot of teaching. What articles we see in that magazine is same thing what we do in our labs. Only thing, what is missing in our side, just mention